the band will feed into what I do by myself and vice versa. So at least for me personally, it's all kind of part of the same process.
When we were younger, we sort of just played around with using whatever, like plates and glasses and synthesizers and acoustic guitars and just singing. So I think we kind of always have that philosophy, just sort of like, so it's fun to try and make songs out of something that's going to be a challenge, you know.
I met Dave when I was 14, the first day of high school. We met Josh. Josh, who's not here right now, he also went to the same high school, and he had known Noah since he was 8 or 9 years old or something, and he kind of introduced us to Noah a few years later. So I think by the time we were 16 or 17, we all knew each other just from high school and playing music around Baltimore and stuff. I think it's important for some of us more than others too, especially at the beginning of Animal Collective. Like Dave and I spent a lot of time listening to old psychedelic music from the 60s and 70s, and Noah or Josh didn't, and so I feel like that's kind of what helps make Animal Collective sound what it is the fact that we're not all coming from the same points of influence.
But I think it's every step seemed pretty natural. I don't think we ever kind of like stepped over our boundaries or kind of like let things get out of control. I mean, there's definitely been struggles along the way. I mean, we try and do what we can to connect with the audience and kind of give what we can and make it as personal as possible. But sometimes, especially in a place like this, it's hard when you're so far away from the audience and you can't really go out there and talk to the audience so much. I mean, we come from a place where we were like playing in small clubs to like playing in a lot bigger places. It's definitely gotten some taking used to,
the music tonight will be very different than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's a different energy for the new songs.
As a band, we have to prepare some time to compose just because we all live in different places. But we all work on ideas at home and send each other stuff kind of continuously. I mean, when there's going to be a songwriting session coming up or a tour where we want to play a lot of new material, our energy becomes more focused on composing at that time of year more so than when we already have a lot of songs written. The day after we finished Strawberry Jam and kind of turned it into the record label, the three of us got together and started writing the next record.
The environment around the place too is very important. I think a lot of more fields we went down to where Josh grew up. I lived in a lot in high school, where his mom still lives now, to play and write a lot of that there, and I think that was really kind of affected a lot, made it really easy going, and kind of gave that record its sound or anything. And when we wanted to put out our own records, we wanted to just make, like, Campfire Songs to us was the name of the band that made that record, and our records before that kind of all just had different names. We never really wanted to be Animal Collective. We just kind of became that after a while, I think. It's cool to be Animal Collective. There's kind of like a new sound that is kind of maybe spreading, or I don't know if it's all one kind of group sound, but people are influencing each other. That's cool, and things are definitely changing a little bit more from maybe the past decade or so, and I think that's cool.
I think technology's allowed everybody to be experimental in how they create music. Whereas maybe in the past, you didn't have access to a lot of the kinds of equipment that would allow you to make music like that. I go to MySpace or whatever, you listen to it. You don't have to download it, but I don't have any space left on my hard drive anyway.